Israel just crossed a threshold most air forces cannot even approach. Their stealth fighters now strike targets deeper than ever imagined, with operational flexibility that rewrites regional power dynamics. And they accomplished it in ways no other F-35 operator has publicly demonstrated. The difference is control. Israel does not just fly the F-35, they rewired it, customized it, made it their own. Extended range fuel systems, external weapons capability, sovereign control over mission-critical software. This is not incremental improvement. This is evolution, and it is changing how Israel plans operations that could reach over 1,000 miles into hostile territory. Geography tells the story. Distance from Israel to critical Iranian targets exceeds 1,000 miles depending on routing and airspace restrictions. Standard F-35. A combat radius on internal fuel is roughly 670 nautical miles when configured for stealth strike. That is not ferry range. That does not account for combat maneuvering, evasive routing, or weapons load variations. For decades, long-range strike doctrine relied overwhelmingly on aerial refueling. Tankers extend range, they increase loiter time, they enable flexible mission planning. But tankers are massive radar-visible aircraft. They require protection. They operate from predictable orbits. In high-threat environments, they become strategic liabilities that must be defended. Israel's ambassador to the United States confirmed in a recent interview something extraordinary. Israel developed new fuel tanks and added external weapons capability to their F-35 aircraft designated F-35I ADR. These modifications fundamentally expand operational reach and give planners unprecedented flexibility in long-range strike scenarios. Extended-range fuel solutions do not eliminate aerial refueling completely, but they make tankers less central in certain missions. That shift increases operational flexibility by expanding routing options and reducing vulnerable support aircraft and strike packages. In strategic planning, flexibility strengthens deterrence, and deterrence prevents wars. Range takes aircraft farther. Software keeps them alive. The F-35 earned its reputation as a flying computer because it gathers enormous battlefield data, processes it instantly, and shares it with other forces. Its strength transcends stealth. Its intelligence. Most countries operating F-35s depend entirely on U.S.-managed updates for mission data. Israel negotiated something different: special flexibility. The Israeli Air Force integrates its own electronic warfare systems and updates threat libraries matching regional dangers on their own timeline. Israel does not control the jet's core flight software. That remains American. But they adjust the electronic warfare layer responding to nearby threats independently. In a region where air defense systems evolve rapidly, that autonomy matters profoundly. Instead of waiting for outside updates, Israel responds based on its own intelligence gathering. That faster reaction time creates real operational advantages. In air combat, speed determines survival. Israel's F-35I is not just another national variant. It is a customized strike platform built around Israel's operational requirements within the broader F-35 architecture. For the Israeli Air Force, that level of autonomy represents strategic advantage. Unlike most F-35 operators, Israel possesses permission to integrate nationally developed electronic warfare systems, weapons data links, and software layers into the aircraft on top of Lockheed Martin's baseline platform. Threat libraries, electronic warfare parameters, and operational software layers get adapted on national timelines tailored to Israel's regional environment. Beast mode flexibility. The F-35 was designed carrying weapons internally to maintain stealth, but it also mounts weapons externally. This heavier configuration is beast mode. In beast mode, the jet sacrifices stealth in exchange for carrying dramatically larger payloads. This is not unique to Israel. It is standard F-35 capability. Military planning follows phases. First, stealth-configured aircraft penetrate defended airspace and suppress enemy air defenses. Once those defenses are degraded, maximum stealth becomes less critical. Carrying more weapons becomes more important than staying nearly invisible. That is where external weapons dominate. The F-35 is not just a stealth aircraft built for one mission type. It is a flexible strike platform, adapting as battlefield conditions change. This flexibility extends to Israel's broader procurement strategy. In 2025, Israel finalized plans purchasing the F-15IA, their customized F-15EX version. The F-15IA was built for heavy strike missions and carries far more weapons than F-35s can carry internally. The goal is not replacing older jets with one super aircraft. It is using different aircraft for different roles. The F-35 focuses on stealth penetration, advanced sensors, and real-time data sharing. The F-15IA focuses on carrying massive weapon loads and launching long-range standoff munitions. Together, they create layered strike systems. Stealth aircraft scout and gather intelligence paired with heavily armed jets delivering powerful follow-up strikes. It is combining strengths to maximize flexibility. As of January 2026, Israel operates 48 F-35 jets. The last 2 aircraft from their original 50-plane order arrive by end of 2026. In 2024, Israel approved purchasing a third squadron, 25 more aircraft. Over time, that brings the total planned fleet to 75. With those additional jets arriving later this decade, 75 fifth-generation fighters in a relatively small region represent significant capability boost. But right now, the operational fleet stands at 48 aircraft. Total numbers matter, but integration into overall military strategy matters more. Israel stands among the few countries publicly acknowledging F-35 use in real combat operations. Exact mission details remain classified. But there is crucial difference between training exercises and actual combat. Real-world operations test systems under pressure. Pilots and planners learn what works, what fails, how to adjust. Combat experience shapes strategy in ways simulations cannot replicate. Is Israel's F-35 truly more advanced? Not in engine performance, not in stealth shaping, not in core design. The difference centers on control and flexibility. Israel possesses greater freedom integrating their own systems, especially electronic warfare. They update threat data and make adjustments on their own timeline instead of relying entirely on outside update cycles. The IADR remains part of the global F-35 family. It is not completely different aircraft, but within that shared framework, Israel negotiated substantial room customizing critical systems. In modern airpower, control over software and system integration matters as much as physical hardware. By 2026, that combination, longer reach and greater control over key systems, is influencing how Israel prepares for long-range missions. Not through dramatic redesign, through negotiated flexibility and steady refinement. The stealth fighter just became more dangerous, and Israel holds the keys.